Hello Jacksons, welcome back to the channel. Oh my god, so my voice is sounding a bit better by the day. I'm getting myself back together and it's beautiful. Now of course in this particular video I am going to tell you all about the fights that happened between Amgel and Ilebaye, which is kind of like inevitable, and then the fact that Amgel might get disqualified because she had been demanding from Big Brother that she wanted to leave the show. So before I get right into all the gist and details you need to know about that particular story, I need to let all of you know, both new subscribers and returning subscribers, that I have stopped using Big Brother's content, their videos, on my videos. I would stop using screenshots of their show in my videos because I got a copyright strike. Now this is directed to at least 1 or 2 or 3 of my subscribers who came a few days ago to tell me, oh please, can you start showing us what is happening before you talk and stuff, or while you're talking you show us what is happening. Now you can see the result. I have a copyright strike, and if I get 2 more, I would lose my channel, which is not good. I've invested 3 years into this and it's not like it's a big channel yet. So you guys would just have to bear with me because I will not take that chances anymore. If you want to see the full content, you could go to other YouTubers who don't know about the risk or who are still risking their channels, or you watch on YouTube or Twitter live streams. So let's get right into the gist of today. Now, just a few days ago, we had a scene where we saw Ilebaye and Amgel having a confrontation, a back-to-back, somewhat of an initiation into a probable fight that might happen later in the show. And what really happened in that particular case was the fact that there was a duvet issue. Now, I wouldn't call it a duvet, it's like a blanket that housemates use around the lounge and around the house, and even outside at the pool side, like around the pool garden area. And this is because they get cold so much due to the consistent 24/7 AC that runs in the house. And then this particular duvet blanket, which is like an off-white milkish color, was being used by Cross around this period. Of course, Cross and Amgel had something going before the show, like in their previous show, and it didn't really grow. They didn't really explore it, and they were hoping to do that in this particular show. But then they were not talking to each other for some time, as though they were avoiding each other. And it seems like both of them were still trying to look for a way to talk to each other. So this particular blanket was being used by Cross. And Cross and Ilebaye had very nice communications. They danced together in the party, at the pool and everything. They had shared a kiss too. And, Ilebaye started feeling quite entitled to, things that pertained him, aside to other guys that she's been jumping around on. So I think he was using that blanket for some time and then dropped it or gave it to her. She used it and then dropped it and went to do other things. And of course, Amgel saw it. Maybe she had it in mind that it was Cross's own and it would lead them to have a conversation. But she took it and she was covering herself. And then here was Ilebaye, who came back and was like, I was using this blanket. I need it back. And she was like, okay, let us share. Since you're going to stay here too, stay beside me, let us share and cover each other. And Ilebaye was like, no, I don't share what Cross gave it to me. He gave it in my hand and stuff like that. And while she was saying the stuff, initially I think Amgel kind of like tried to hold herself, but soon enough Amgel could not hold it anymore. The 2 Gen Z girls went off on each other, at each other. They started going back and forth a little bit, and Amgel was warning her that you shouldn't try this nonsense with me. I will deal with you. I will trample on you. Look at this tiny little, use the B word. And of course, Ilebaye was also responding wherever she was until she walked out of the place and went to the garden. Now, when that happened, it happened in past, right? And, we started noticing that these girls were only having little communication with each other. Doyin was Ilebaye's girl and always, comforting her, helping her to, get her esteem back and stuff. Amgel was being Mrs. Razzmatazz to all the guys, especially Ike and a few of the other guys who really don't like her because they feel she's pushing the feminist and misogynist narrative too far, and she's using it to, you know, trample on guys and any other person, and she doesn't use it on herself when she's doing something almost similar. Now, of course, aside that, I always knew that these two girls were going to have a confrontation one day, one way or the other. So now they were in the dressing room. Now they had their Guinness games, had the time out to drink Guinness and other beer, I think. And then, of course, they went back into the house. They were changing. People were taking their bath, coming to the dressing room, changing and all that. And then here was Ilebaye, who was removing her paint. Yeah, she was removing paint from her body, and then while she was scrubbing or peeling off this paint or whatever it was that was on her body, it was dropping into Angel's bag, right? And then Angel confronted her. They're like, why were you're dropping this thing in my bag? You need to stop. And I think that's where everything blew up, because we didn't necessarily see the action of like that event happening, right? But maybe Ilebaye responded in a bad way, or she was like, oh, sorry, and then she didn't stop, or she pushed Angel's bag. We don't know how exactly it happened, but this caused an outright outburst of fight as both of them were going on each other. Angel saying she was going to beat her, CeeC was holding her, and then here was Alex and Doing trying to hold Ilebaye, who was shouting back at Angel and using the Nigerian insult words like, who you be? You the mad? I go deal with you. Come here now. Waiting. It was all back and forth. Like, it was intense. There was also, you know, Neil, who was also trying to hold Ilebaye back. And at some point, I'm like, these people just like to go at each other, right? Then you guys should leave them, let them fight. Because at the moment, it's the same thing Pere was telling the other guys, that these girls just keep ranting and blabbing and shouting at each other. If you leave them, they won't do anything. Now, getting to the point that I really want to get in this particular video is the fact that Angel, after everything has settled down, Venita was talking to Angel in the dressing room. We could see that Angel was packing her clothes and putting in her bag. Angel was saying she was done with this show. She doesn't want to be part of the BBNaija All-Stars. That is getting her worked up. It's causing a lot of trouble. She's done. She wants to leave. She's done with this show. And here was CeeC telling her that you only leave when you want to leave, not because somebody confronts you or because you're broken or stuff or you have a confrontation. But Angel didn't give a shit ass. She just wants to leave. She kept saying that she's done. She wants to go. She's done with all this craze and stuff. How would Ilebaye be insulting her? She was peeling whatever, and it was all 9 yards. And I was just saying to myself, if only you guys could just understand yourselves. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you on this video. So of course, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, click on the bell button beside for notification on every post I make. Share comments down below, and also share this video. What we hope is that she doesn't get disqualified, or the both of them, and probably Big Brother might just agree to her claims and desires, and she would get to leave the show. Let's see how it pans out today.